Hello, my name is Genieve Garay. I'm a bilingual strategist in Don ISD in the Rio Grande Valley, and I wanted to share about Ms. Delgado's Spanish Institute training, which was pretty much a crash course in Spanish in one day, but it was very interactive and very engaging and very fun, and it covered three main concepts, which were conceptos básicos de la gramática, ortografía, and la lectura interactiva. What I really liked about the training is that it was meant for teachers who have been struggling with Spanish. So, living in the borderlands, and I'm sure in most places where subtractive schooling happened, where the push for English only was pretty much what took center stage for most of us. And though our first language may have been Spanish, slowly it became our second language in regards especially to reading and to writing. So what this ends up impacting is, say, dual language programs. So in the case of dual language programs that should be more equitable, it becomes not, because if one language is being instructed at a higher quality, which in most cases is English, than in Spanish, well, then again, it's not going to be truly equitable. So, in this training, it pretty much made teachers really reflect and really practice and, hone in on those Spanish rules and that Spanish practice. And again, a very engaging, very interactive way. It included parts of the presentation where marked features between English and Spanish, again, are brought up. So we can see the similarities in the languages. We know that Spanish is a pretty dominant language when it comes to our emergent bilinguals. Another thing was that she had even activities including the sociolinguistic variables that we come across. For example, the different ways that we might say or denote a certain object. For example, a bus, which we might say el autobús, el bus, and el combi, or as she mentioned, the wawa in Puerto Rico. But that way we can also see the way that sociolinguistic variables come into comprehension, which I thought was really fun. Something else that I really enjoyed was that our Spanish dominant teachers were thriving, they were flourishing, they were having so much fun, and it was good to see their confidence come out as far as like their strengths. So where they knew these rules, and seeing them in this way just lighting up was truly a joy, because now this was their strength. So they became teachers for others, where usually it was the other way around, for English. So overall, it was a very powerful training. Again, the whole training was conducted in Spanish, which again led teachers again to that practice in that entirely in that language, so that cognitively, you're still challenging yourself, and to where it just became natural. Again, because so that nobody says, well, they get confused, just learning in Spanish, the students do. Well, so you're put in the same situation to where it's just completely normal to be answering in Spanish, and so that they can see, look, it's nothing wrong. It's something that's very a very good practice. So overall, we had wonderful experiences, wonderful turnout, and the comments, the feedback from teachers was also very positive. So highly recommend her, and hope that she will come back to our district as well.